Oh, so how's everybody doing out there? Are we coming off of all of that and trying to settle into being okay with what's going on? We'll probably never be okay. That's kind of not an option, right? We're not okay with that because that's who we are. With me, a lot is I'm realizing that my remote view of where the Senate and Congress was all empty because I was trying to figure out what their plan was. And that's what their plan was, is to have recess appointments. They know that they're all of their trash junk drawer that they're trying to shove through Congress for his cabinet, his liquor cabinet. Mm. Um, they and most of them are not going to make it through, and they don't want them to be so exposed. So I'm trying to wondering if they're actually going to get that done. Like there's two ways to do it. I guess Jackson from South Carolina or North Carolina, whichever one, he explained it a little better. That there's one where Congress takes a recess and then Trump can go. Or when Trump becomes president, he can tell them all to go home. But I'm not sure they all have to obey because Trump is not in charge of the House and he's not in charge of the Senate. Although he does have people who will obey. I get that. Anyhow, crazy. I mean, Matt Gaetz is gonna go on a revenge tour. That's all that boy's gonna do. Oh my gosh. So, anywho, the revenge tours. Tonight I'm doing a video with Dave Johnson. I don't think it's gonna be like a normal video. I think we're gonna do something different. I don't know. It's his idea. I really don't know exactly what it is, but I'll have that video up probably tomorrow for everybody's enjoyment. And then guess who I got? Yes. Okay, I'll tell you. Nina from Nine's Corner. Her and I, sorry, still getting over that cold. Her and I are going to do a collaboration on Friday. I'm going to record the video, fancy it up a little, and then you guys probably see that on Saturday, if not sooner. So yeah, if you guys don't know who Nina is from Nine's Corner, most of my people know because they know they've been around for a while. But just go look her up. She's pretty cool. She's from Canada. So yeah, hang in there. We're gonna look at a few things. But my goodness, every time I start talking. So as you can see, I'm going real casual. I have my Petunia and Poppy sweatshirt. If you don't know who that is, Katie, who runs a farm in Kentucky. She does all horse. She runs a horse. She does Katie. She does horses. She breeds horses and stuff like that. She's on TikTok. She's on YouTube if you want to go see her. But she does a mini farm like with mini cows and stuff like that. And these are her first ones, Poppy and Patootie. Come on. And then there's Panda, who has to always come and say hello. Yes. Hi, babies. Mwah. I love her, my doggies. It's a my doggos. She has such a dark face. It's hard to see her eyes. I see, there's an eye. She's like the eyeless dog in pictures. Say hi. Say hi, Panda. Hi. All right. So here we go. We're gonna look and see if what Matt Gaetz is up to. I just want to do like a little spread on him. I remember doing a remote view a while back where he was just floating around in his little bubble, and somebody walked up to his little bubble and went pop. I think we're at the pop stage of his his delusional I can get away with anything stage of his life. I do. I really do. So I have my situationals, which are I get almost everything off of Amazon or Etsy. So if you ever want to look at any of my cards that I have, the names are right here. I love them because they have words. You know me. I am a girl who loves words on cards. People call them beginner cards. That kind of irritates me, but I know I'm not a beginner, so eh. But I'm gonna see. I'm gonna throw like 3 or 4 cards to see what's. I just want to know what's gonna happen with Mr. Matt Gates. Now, somebody already hacked into his thing. I know that's for my glasses. Ignore it. It's probably never going away. Somebody hacked into his testimony from these little teenagers. So that's nice. That means we'll be getting that report or the testimony without the ethics, releasing them. And I am going to read on that and see if they're going to actually release them. Am I worried about recess appointments? Yeah, I am. That energy is back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. One minute I'm like, no, they're not going to allow it. The next minute, yeah, he's somehow, some way, he's going to manipulate his way in, getting it done. So yeah, that energy is not stable whatsoever. All right, gossip, trash. Oh, so gossip, the allegations, all of that. Everybody's talking. Everybody in Congress is now all of a sudden talking about, because of him being a possible AG, everybody's talking about all of his stories. Now, MTG is also threatened. I'm going to start telling everybody else's secrets. Oh, please. Marjorie, why are you holding it in? See, that's what manipulators do. They find out about somebody, they hold it in until it's a weapon. That's what the manipulators and trash people do. I got trash for Matt Gates. They're going to throw him away like trash. And I got grip. They're going to hold him back. They're going to restrict him. Meaning he's not going to get in as agent. As of right now, nobody is like, I don't think so. With Mr. Matt Gates being, but I just cannot fathom this cabinet he's putting together. We all knew he was going to put together a whole bunch of criminals. Blatant criminals. That's all he can attract. It's the best he can find, right? Those are his top-notch people. So here's something else that kind of dawned on me the other day. Trump didn't get much done while he was president. He agitated, he irritated, rubbed everybody the wrong way, talked a lot of crap, but actually not much was done. So I'm like, why would I think that any of his unqualified people that he's trying to put in, why do I think that they're going to get anything done? So here's something too that done. Have you ever had a boss that didn't know what he was doing, but everybody down below him knew? Who was in charge? Not the boss. Because everybody else knew exactly what was going to happen and how to manipulate that and how to change that. So we have a whole bunch of people that have been working there for years. They get this ding dong in that doesn't know anything about what their job is. And that ding dong, that idiot, is going to have to rely on the people that have worked there for a while at what goes on. Do you think any of them are going to allow things to go south and eliminate their career. I don't know. I think the manipulators are going to get played. I do. What comes around goes around. You try to manipulate, when you know what happens? People manipulate you. It's just the karma. It's just the natural flow of how this universe keeps everything in balance. Yeah. So let's see. Huh. They are going to do some hidden things. I was wondering to know if he was going to close down. Um, he's going to get some recessed appointments through. But I got the Ace of Swords, breakthrough, new ideas, mental clarity, and success. And then I got the behind the scenes. He's going to manipulate his way in because Trump thinks that it's Judgment Day. But he has some burdens. He has some challenges that he's going to have to overdo. Good. But he's, again, this card here is, of course, is poverty. You know, the person right there that has crutches, they're kind of held back, I guess is a better way of putting that. But this card also talks about um, the lack of ambition, the lack of mentality, the lack of clarity, the lack of everything. He doesn't have people behind him as much as he hoped. So he doesn't have the support either. So that's what his battles are. That's where Trump's battles are, because he doesn't have his full support. He doesn't have the full loyalty that he expects and wants. He doesn't have it. The world, changing of the place, changing of the world. Mm. Um, so here's revenge. He's gonna go on a revenge he's gonna incite violence somewhere. Um, his he's gonna have extraordinary efforts in his endeavors. That's what his plan is. There is no other plan. And he's not just in there for his revenge tour. There's a whole bunch of Republicans in there wanting to get revenge on people. This is what I know about revenge. It's not worth it. It's a worthless energy. It doesn't hold very much momentum, and it creates enemies. And I just keep on thinking all of this stuff. Yeah, he's gonna absolutely try, but let's look at the other side. What's gonna block him? What's gonna block Trump? A lot of people that think that he's not going to be sworn in, and we'll definitely take a look at that. I have gotten my eyes open. I'll try never to be duped like that again. And I am going to start recognizing when I'm being blocked versus, because you know how many times I did that before? Like, this doesn't make any sense. This is weird. This is strange. That's the reason why. It's because I was being blocked. No mores. Universe, you taught me a good lesson. A good lesson on how to do and what I see and what I feel. My remote views, sometimes I just don't understand what I'm seeing. I don't. I'm not, you know, but later on, they start coming to make a sense. Like my last remote view where I saw all the chambers empty. I didn't understand it until now. So, all right. I've talked long enough that I kind of forgot what the question was. What was it? What were we talking about? Mm, mm. It's about Trump and it's about who is going to go against him. So I want to look and see his blots. All right, here we go. So he thinks he's fortunate. He thinks he has won. Here's something I was thinking the other day as well, and I think I said this to somebody. We think he has won, and he's feeling all kind of certain type of way about his success. But sometimes people fall from the highest towers. Because here's his success, but he's going to have to fight it. There's a lot of people going to go against him. And this is Republicans. We have no faith in the Republicans because eventually at some point in time somebody's done something wrong. They will, threaten them with that. But he does have a lot of fighting and infighting within his wheel of fortune, his fortunate views of him winning. There's a lot of that. Because I see the King of Pentacles and then the Knight of Wands, that business and all of that, all the things that he wants to get done. And then we have the Knight of Wands, the energy, the inspiration. This is his presidency and his hopes of what he can achieve. But quickly and fast, without probably any indication to them, we all know this, but to them, all of their endeavors, here's the Chariot, are going to go forward, but the Tower follows that. All of their ambitions, their ideas, their wants, their needs, all of that going forward hits a moment of disaster. So, I mean, come on. You can't put a whole bunch of stupid people in charge of something and then think everything's going to go well. It's just, you know what criminals do? They're pretty good at being a. Do you know what criminals usually happen to criminals? They usually they go too far. They have this insatiable appetite and they will want more and more and more. And what happens when you're a greedy? You want more and more and more. Yeah, it falls apart. Yeah. Yeah. It's the reason why you're supposed to not be greedy. Reason why you're not supposed to be a criminal. It just doesn't end up that way. So let's see. So that was what goes against them. The failures. Their failures are going to be astronomical in their endeavors. At every turning point, they're going to hit problems. They probably know that. What they don't know is that they're not going to have very much success. My energy goes back and forth about him being inaugurated. I don't know if I said this already. Huh. Somebody holds their money back. Somebody does not allow money to be flowing or going anywhere. But there's some sort of new relationship coming our way with it that has some power and energy with it. Hmm. Interesting. Mike Johnson's going to allow them to just, he's going to allow Trump to have his hand in the cookie jar. It's Mike Johnson who is going to allow him just into the cookie jar. Mike Johnson's going to do a few things with the money that he holds power over. I know it's going to be tough, people. If there's anybody that gets it, it's us. We understand. I'm exhausted too. I really am. I've thought about it. I'm like, do I have enough energy to pay attention for these next 4 years, or do I check out? But that's irresponsible to check out. That doesn't do anybody any good whatsoever to check out. I know a few things I'm not going to do. I am not going to watch his inauguration. And I encourage every single one of you not to pay attention to that. I also encourage every single one of you not to engage in any of his videos whatsoever. We can get snippets from our friends, but never give him the energy he's craving. That's the one thing that we can do, is not do that. Because he needs our energy to function. And if we don't give it to him, we can restrict it. Just like we can restrict our energy from anybody else, we can restrict our energy from the GOP and Trump and all that. They can't have it. They cannot have my energy. I refuse. They do not have my permission to use my energy for anything of their endeavors. Ever. So, and I encourage each and every one of you to do the same. I do. Stay in there, everyone. If you can. I get it. I really do. We'll do some fun stuff on my channel to alleviate some of the stress and some of the things that are going on. I have some things in the works and some ideas that we're just going to do some fun videos, and a lot to do with ghosts. I love me some ghosts. I do. So stay tuned with that, and I will see you with Dave Johnson tomorrow, and then with Nina from Nine's Corner on Friday. I still have a few plans to do some recordings with Linda G and Lori from Way of Positive Change and Danny Shea. So we still have a few things going on, and I know I promise to come on more often, and that's what I'm gonna do. I am inconsistent, and that's been my personality. That's something I have fought all of my life. To do something consistently. There's one thing that what I've done consistently throughout my whole life is breathe and blink my eyes. I can't even say I've slept consistently. So, and eaten. I mean, I didn't get this luscious butt for not eating. But anywho, I hope everybody's doing well. I love you all. Thank you so much for coming with me on my journey. And let's just hang out together. We'll do some fun stuff to get through this. Everybody assures me that he cannot go farther than 4 years, and he cannot become a dictator. There's too many guardrails. Everybody has assured me that it can't happen. Our system is set up so that can never ever happen. So I'm just gonna go with that. He's gonna try. He's gonna irritate us. They're just, yeah. So, all right, thanks everyone. Bye.